Solgaleo is a Pokemon that has struggled in the past few generations, especially with the introduction of Calyx Shadow Rider. Its usage in Dynamax was okay, but nowhere near the levels of its usage in Generation 7. With Dynamax, you had the Max Quake and the Max Steel Spikes to increase its defenses, which made it pretty valuable. You could boost up with Weakness Policy. But with Terra as an option to get rid of its weird typing in Steel and Psychic, we're going to be trying out the Solgaleo team and seeing how well it can perform. This is a Solgaleo team that got 4th place in the Yachimatana Cup. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Thank you, Google Translate, for that. We have the Weakness Policy Solgaleo that does have the 3 coverage moves of Sunsteel Strike, Psychic Fangs, and Close Combat. Psychic Fangs and Close Combat are new additions from Generation 8 that it was able to receive, which is great because it didn't have the best Psychic coverage in the past. Having a great, reliable Psychic move that also is able to help out and get rid of screens is actually pretty solid. A Close Combat is great for being able to dish out some really strong fighting coverage, especially against like Incineroar, for instance, where it used to only have superpower in Generation 7, and that would reduce your attack stat, which was not really ideal for a Pokemon that wants to set up. So this Solgaleo also immune to Intimidate with that Full Metal Body. It also ignores the stat drops of Electro Web, Icy Wind, etc. So still pretty useful. We have paired with the Gouging Fire. We've seen the combination of how Gouging Fire that's paired with a steel type like a Metagross or a King Gambit and is able to really dish out the damage. This one running Howl to increase the Solgaleo's attack, as well as Bulldoze, which is a speed control method where, again, with the Full Metal Body, you do ignore any stat drops that any other Pokemon inflicts on it. So having that Bulldoze option is really solid because you can lower the speed of all Pokemon on the field that are grounded, and then Solgaleo is unaffected by it, but it still gets hit by it, activates the Weakness Policy, and then can follow up because of dynamic speed with a really strong follow-up option with that +2 in any of those really strong attack powers. Otherwise, you also have Howl if you don't want to activate the Weakness Policy or if you already activated it. It also increases the power of the Gouging Fire with the Heat Crash, and then Burning Bulwark, of course, is Protect that does burn opponents on contact, but it only works for attacking moves. Next, we have the Rillaboom with the Choice Band that's able to do a lot of damage. Again, Bulky Waters is not exactly fun for Solgaleo, so having a Pokemon that can hit the Water Urshifu, especially if they go for the Terra Water or Kyogres or just any Terra Water mons in general, just being able to break through that. It's also a really strong pairing because with the Gouging Fire, Howl plus a really powerful Choice Band and Woodhammer does go absolutely insane. The only difference is this is not running U-turn on the Rillaboom, instead of running Knockoff to help out against Lunala as well as Calyx Shadow Rider. We have the Focus Sash Flutter Mane that is max speed timid, that's able to provide speed control with Icy Wind, but also coverage of Moonblast and Shadow Ball, similar to the team that I believe James Evans used to win the Vancouver Regional Championship in the prior regulations. We also have the Rocky Helmet Pelipper because this team does not handle Koraidon if there was no Pelipper. Solgaleo is not a great answer to Koraidon, especially Terrify Koraidon being very hard. So having the Pelipper is a way to help patch up the Koraidon matchup, especially Wide Guard for support, especially against Calyx Shadow or Astral Barrage is still very useful. Tailwind support is nice, and then Weather Ball and Hurricane. And since you have to focus Ash on Flutter Mane, Rocky Helmet as a bulky Pelipper on this team. Finally, this one's a bit of a surprise. It's the Iron Fist Choice Scarf Pawmot. That has no Revival Blessing, so not using the move that Pawmot's really known for. Just a fast electric type that's able to be a really good revenge KOer. Has the options with the Double Shock with Terra Electric that can really hurt. Thunder Punch and Ice Punch for coverage, and Close Combat that does hurt quite a bit. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Miraidon, Qianpao, Iron Hands, Talonflame, Farigiraf, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. I believe this is the team that Z used to get ninth place at the North American International Championship. Miraidon, that's scary because I don't have Paulus, I don't have Assault Vest, I don't have U-turn on the Rilla. If I had U-turn on the Rilla, this would make it so much easier, but not much I can do here. I think I'm gonna do with Voice Specs is just really tough on Miraidon. I do like the Gouging Fire a lot. I think I need Rillaboom, otherwise I'm getting cooked by the I'm getting cooked by the Miraidon. I think it's Gouging, Rila. I think I want to bring Solgaleo and then probably Pawmot. Otherwise, Fluttermane's not a bad Pokemon here. I just don't really like it too much, so I'm gonna bring out this combo and see how well it can perform. I do like the idea of Pawmot for a revenge cleaner because they don't exactly have the best switches to Pawmot. So like close combat could definitely clean up an end game if I get some good chip on like everything. I just wish I had U-turn. U-turn would probably make this a lot easier because U-turning out against a Miraidon, making sure that I have damage, I get to see what they're switching out into. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. Let's see what they lead here. Gonna be the lead of, okay, Miraidon Frig. Yeah, like this would be a nice U-turn here if I had it. Okay, they get the grassy terrain. Actually, I think I could KO the Farigiraf. Well, I can if I really, really want to. I'm gonna go for Howl. And I think I'm just gonna Woodhammer the Farig. Because this could be like an attempted Trick Room and Volt Switch. I also could Woodhammer the Miraidon. They actually hard swapped the Miraidon. Interesting. And no, they go hard Ursa. Okay. Let's see if I was right on the Woodhammer KOing the Farig. Because this is Choice Banded Woodhammer in grassy terrain. Yeah, I just KO. The damage is just absurd. Okay, that's a huge, huge knockout. I will gladly take that. Okay. Very, very solid start. Very solid start. Nowhere near over, but that's a good start. KOing the Farig like that, denying Trick Room. A little bit of a risk, but I don't think there was too much. Like Draco Meteor was fine. I still KO'd the Farig. They go out into the Miraidon again. I think I'm okay with risking Solgaleo here, so I'm just gonna go for a. I want a Bulldoze, but I want a Burning Bulwark. I like the idea of bulldozing and going on this Solgaleo. I think get the speed advantage because I don't know if they're volt switching or not. So I think I'd rather just go into Solgaleo, just bulldoze immediately. We're gonna see a Terra committed, which is, I know the Ursaluna doesn't carry Earth Power on this team, so oh, they changed the team. Okay, so they changed it to Terra Fairy because it was Terra Electric on the original. And if they Dazzling, that actually works out perfectly for me. So I do get a bulldoze off. And they Terra Fairy in front of my Solgaleo, so I'll definitely take this. I confirm it's not Scarf Miraidon as a change here. I feel like if they Terra Fairy, you'd had to go for like a Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, they did. Okay, perfect. I mean, that worked out. That was not what I expected to come out. Wow, that did it a lot. Hyper Voice, shouldn't KO. The Soul, which it does barely hang on, but it did hang on, which is the important part. We're going to go into Pawmot, I think. Actually, yeah, Pawmot's pretty good here. Pawmot's pretty good because I can go for a double shock, or yeah, double shock into the Miraidon. I think I'd pick up the knockout with the electric terrain, and then I can close combat the Ursaluna. There are also a few other things that I can do. I just have no idea what their last Pokemon is. Maybe Iron Hands? I think Iron Hands is fine. I'm just going to close combat the Blood Moon Ursaluna and close combat because they are swapping out the Miraidon into the Iron Hands. Oh, Xian Pao. Okay. So, oh, I kind of close combat immediately into the Ursaluna. But that's fine. They did go for the Protect. All right. I am able to get the double shock into the Xian Pao. Close combat into the Ursaluna. Can't really get really in for free. So do they think I'm Scarf? Because I feel like you should Sucker Punch here. I already used up Double Shock. This is tricky. I think what I should do is I should go for... I think I go for the Double Shock and a Xian Pao because they're not going... and Protect. Yeah. You're gonna retreat the bear. Wait, that's really good for me. They retreated the bear. They don't know I'm Scarf. They probably thought, oh, I'm Focus Sash on the Pawmot. Let me switch out here because I'm threatened by the close combat into the Fairy type Miraidon. But because I am Choice Scarf on the Pawmot, yeah, I can play this very differently. I go for Protect with Solgaleo. They didn't Protect with the Xian Pao. Xian Pao is not going to Sucker Punch because there's a potential Revival Blessing. Double Shock is going to come out. And even though I did burn my Electric type earlier, Terra Electric means I can keep going for the Double Shocks without any punishment. The Xian Pao goes down, but I should have this sealed up. Yeah, we don't burn all our electricity here. Now, I think the only way we actually do get screwed is if the Miraidon actually is Choice Scarf with the change, but I don't think it should have been slower than Gouging. So I just go for the Double Shock again, and I go for a close combat into the Ursaluna. Also should be 100% specs by the damage it did, because it was doing a bit too much damage from earlier. So Terra Electric, Double Shock. Let's see this KO into the Miraidon. As I said before, could be a great revenge sweeper in the late game. Goodbye, Miraidon. Eliminated from the field, and then we get a close combat into the Ursaluna for the win. I was not expecting that one, but I will take it. I mean, the Dazzling Gleam play was absolutely insane. I did not think it was Dazzle. I did not think it was originally going to be Dazzle, but Solgaleo ended up being the perfect switch because I ended up getting a lot of offensive momentum. They did change the team, so there were a few surprises I was not anticipating, but it worked out perfectly. Raichu, Xian Pao, Zamazenta, Pelipper, and Incineroar, Gholdengo. Why do you have Gold? Gold is the... Okay, Gold is definitely an annoying mon, as well as Zamazenta for this team. Jeez, they're not giving me an easy break here. I would say Rillaboom's probably not good in this. I do want to brain the Gouging. Gouging is good here. Do I even like my own Pelipper? It's not bad, but it's not amazing either. I think I like Solgaleo Gouging lead. It's pretty strong against this team. Pawmot in the end game, and then I think Flutter Mane can be pretty good. They don't have any good forms of recovery as Zamazenta, which is one positive. I don't have to worry about a grassy terrain since I'm not bringing my own Rilla. I don't have to worry about a Moongus. So it's probably more of an offensive Zama, probably like the double YDR shenanigans. I don't think this is Iron Defense. If it's not Iron Defense, it makes it a lot easier. I'll say that much, because if it's the Iron Defense, it just walls so much of my team, and then they just can go for a full power attack. So I think always bring the Flutter Mane's pretty important. Bulldoze combination with attacks is going to be really good against this team in general. Let's see what they decide to go for. Raichu Gholdengo. All right. Against Gouging plus the Solgaleo. I wouldn't be surprised if this is... Actually, I don't know what the gold set is. Are you a Nasty Plot? I think my best play is just to click... I do threaten him if Heat Crash. I think my best play is just to double up the Raichu. With Bulldoze plus Psychic Fangs. Because I don't need Solgaleo to win if I break through the other things first. They're gonna go for fake out into the Gouging Fire, which makes sense. Psychic Fangs, get some good chip. They do have Nasty Plime, reveal it here. All right, perfect. I'm just gonna click Bulldoze and I'm gonna click Protect. I don't see any drawback here. Okay, they don't Terra or anything. If they have Feint, this is actually really bad. Okay, they Protect Gold, yeah. I guess like actually getting the Bulldoze would have been really nice here because I got the free policy, but I'll take it. A Bulldoze is going to be picking up the knockout Raichu. We get it. We can set up for a speed control factor the next turn. I wonder if they're just trying to get a free switch to Pelipper. So Raichu's eliminated. Because if Pelipper comes in, I think I'm just clicking Howl plus Psychic Fangs into the Pelipper slot. Incineroar comes in. Okay, so they just want Fake Out and Intimidate. Kind of surprised they didn't rotate it in. Like, they could have saved a Raichu, but I'll definitely take them sacrificing the Raichu. This is Shadow Ball. I do have close combat. I think I'm just gonna click Howl. Do I want to click Howl? I'm clicking Howl, I think, plus close combat into the Incineroar. I could Terra, but I really don't need to, I think. I click Fake Out into Gouging again. All right. I do get a pretty powerful close combat off into Incineroar, which is nice. Yeah. Not Berry. Shadow Ball comes out. Perfect. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. The problem is, though, that Gouging can't do much to Zama because of how heavy Zama is. I'm going out into Flutter Mane. I do have Focus Sash. I'm going to go for a Howl. And do I want to go for Moonblast? Or do I think Moonblast is probably fine. I could Protect to preserve the Sash, but I'm just worried if I play too greedy. I mean, I'm just going to Moonblast the Incineroar. I think it's okay. I'm not expecting the Zama to be faster than my Flutter Mane. Because it'd have to be like, what, near max speed? They Terra to Gold because they're scared of this position, which is good because we get to see what they lock themselves into. Terra Normal is pretty common. Yep. Okay, so we can threaten them with close combat endgame with Pawmot. Which is good. So Moonblast or Howl is going to come out. Increase my attack on Gouging back to neutral. Moonblast going to be fired off into the Incineroar. Perfect. I really hope it's not Iron Defense on the thing. They go for Make It Rain, which is able to get a lot of damage onto the Gouging Fire. They crit my Flutter Mane, but that's all right. I mean, it really comes down to the Zama. Yep, Zama comes out. I mean, I'm gonna Burning Bulwark and Protect. I wonder if I knock out the gold with a Terra Fairy Moonblast plus Heat Crash. Because Heat Crash is neutral. It'll do a decent amount. It might be my play the next turn instead of going for the Pawmot position. Let's see. All right, double Protect here. Did they go for the Body Press into the Gouging or not? Oh no, it actually was Iron Defense. I do not think I can win. I don't think I can win unless I crit. I think my play is just to double up the gold, hope I get the knock on the gold, and then they body press my Gouging because they can't yeah, this is just gonna be rough. Hoping that Terra Fairy Moonblast KOs the gold with the combination of Heat Crash. They pick up the knockdown and gouging because of the Burning Bulwark threats, so they don't have to worry about the next turn. And then Terra Fairy Moonblast close combat into the others might help. All right, we do good damage to gold. I'm pretty sure Terra Fairy Moonblast should KO the gold at that range. Yeah, I guess I could have played aggressive. I was really not expecting Iron Defense though. All right, who did the Zama target? Okay, they did body press. Yep, the gouging like expected. Okay, perfect. I think they also should fear the threat of Revival Blessing if they don't know the team, so they might target that. Where are you gonna target actually? I have 3 chances to crit, I think. Because I could crit the Moonblast, I could crit the close combat, or I could crit the other close combat. I don't think I should ever protect... 2 Moonblasts into a close combat might knock out the Zamazenta. I revealed Protect, so it might be obvious. And Moonblast. Oh, wait, actually, I'm surprised they Protect. I know that Fake Out's a play that I do have on deck. But they didn't know that. I have no idea who they're targeting this turn. I don't know what's going in their head. They just saw that my Pawmot was faster than the Flutter Mane. They know the speed interaction with my Flutter Mane. I feel like they should know I'm Scarf. I'm going to Protect in close combat because getting the extra damage into the Zama is actually really nice if they let me. Close combat actually did do more chunk. Oh, the Moonblast and the close combat KO. It did heavy slam though. The Flutter. Okay. I had a feeling you should probably know that I'm Scarf Pawmot at that point. Because if I had Fake Out, I would have went for Fake Out. If I had Revival Blessing, I would have went for Revival Blessing. So it was more likely you saw the speed interaction and knew that I was Scarf. Especially because I don't think your Zama is going to be slower. We go for a Moonblast into the Zama with close combat. For +3 Zama, that close combat's actually doing a lot of damage. I actually think I pick up the KO with Moonblast. So I might not even have to make the read. We'll find out though. Let's see. Fairy Moonblast. Oh, I didn't even have to make the read. Apparently just 2 close combats. I didn't think the close combats were doing that much. Because +3? Pawmot showcasing me wrong. Okay, Pawmot, we'll take that. We'll take that. I don't even mention that I almost drew that game because if they targeted the Pawmot, I would have just lost. But yeah, ended up being able to revenge sweep in the end game. I guess I could have doubled. I should have doubled then the Golden Go on that one turn with Heat Crash plus Moonblast. And I guess I could have done it 2 turns, but it worked out. Rillaboom or Shifu, Incineroar, Calyx Shadow Rider, Smeargle, and Raging Bolt. All right, this Calyx Shadow Rider Smeargle combo. It got top 4 at NIC with Eduardo Cunha. How do I want to perform against this? Because the double Fake Out's really annoying with the Smeargle. If I get the speed drops, I'm in a good spot. So I think I do want to bring the Gouging 100%. Gouging Solgaleo seems pretty solid. The rest is difficult. Helper might be useful for Wide Guard, but I'm not 100% certain if I want to bring it. Flutter's okay, but Scarf or Shifu. I think always having a way to make sure that I have pressure against the Kali in the end game is going to be really crucial. I think it's probably Pawmot and Rila. Kali's not bad though. Offensively, it's pretty good. But I think this is probably okay. Flutter Mane is the other one I was thinking about because Flutter Mane forces a potential Terra. But I don't think it's really necessary because I have a feeling that Bulldoze into Sensitive Strike probably knocks out the Kali. Even outside of Terra. So I don't think I need to force a Terra. Smeargle Calyx leads, which is not too surprising. Versus my Solgaleo plus my Gouging Fire. They don't really run follow me. Or they don't run fake out on the Smeargle on these teams. Are you clicking Astral turn 1, I guess is the question. Because I could go for Howl. Howl is not a bad option, plus Sunsteel Strike. If they click follow me, I'm in a good spot. If they click wide guard, I'm in an amazing spot. I just don't know. Astral shouldn't KO Solgaleo in one hit unless they change the spreads. I actually think I will Sunsteel Strike here. All right, they did neither of the above. So this might be Spore? I'm surprised because if I click Bulldoze plus Sunsteel Strike into any of these slots, I think you're in a really terrible position. I'll take it though. Here comes a Sunsteel Strike into the Calyrex. Oh, it's focus set. No, they were bulky enough to lose the Sunsteel Strike. Barely. I Bulldozed, it was a good spot, but I still think this is kind of acceptable. They did Spore the Gouging. All right. Defense. Spadef. Oh, this is actually kind of really annoying. Because Astral's going to come out. Yeah, this might be a bit tougher. I think I got to go for a Bulldoze and I got to go for Protect. I'm surprised. That's a really aggressive play that they made. If I Bulldoze Sunsteel, I think I was in a perfect spot. They go for follow me. I got to take the first turn of sleep. And then I think I have to guess if they wide guard. So I have to wake up the next turn. Because the thing is, even if I Terra Water here, it's still really awkward of a spot. Gouging survives. Attack boost. Special defense fall. I think I go for Bulldoze. And I go for a Terra Water Psychic Fangs, I suppose. Because they will KO the Cali anyway. Because here's the things that they're going to go for. Either Astral Barrage Wide Guard or Astral Barrage Follow Me. If they click Wide Guard... Oh, wait. If I'm Bulldozing with +1, I don't take super effective damage, but I'm a bit curious. I don't know why they're Terraing here, unless they're Terra Ghost. Why did you Terra Fairy here? Are you Drain Kissing? Please wake up, Gouging. Please wake up. Please wake up and get the Bulldoze off. Or if they click Wide Guard, Solgaleo, please KO the Cali. Let's see. Clicked follow me. Okay, come on, come on, Gouging. Gouging, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay. Does Bulldoze KO? I don't know. It doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I get the KO on Smeargle with the Psychic Fangs. Excellent. Okay, Astro comes out. Don't know about the Soul Living. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think I might have if the Bulldoze damage didn't happen. I guess, I mean, I always need the Bulldoze regardless. It's going to come down to what's in the back. Because I do have options. All right. So bring out the Rilla, bring out the Pawmot. If they have their own Rilla though, I think I'm screwed. If they have their own Rilla, I think I'm screwed. If they have Ursh Incineroar, or yeah, I think if they have Ursh Incineroar, it's fine. All right, Ursh comes in. I want to click close. I want to lock into close combat, I'm pretty sure. And I guess, okay, if they have their own Rilla, I think I'm fine. This is Choice Band of Grassy Glide. It's going to KO the Rilla. Okay, they gave me a double knockout here. Because they didn't know about the choice band Grassy Glide and the close combat going to be coming out into the Calyx. I guess the question is it Rilla or is it who's in the back? If it's Bolt, I don't know who wins if it's Bolt in the back. I could see it being Bolt though. Because Rilla is not that great against my team. Oh, it is Incineroar. Okay. I don't. Was it Flare Blitz? I don't think so. I can't remember. But I always close combat the Incineroar, and I click Grassy Glide into Incineroar as well. Good damage. Close combat should do a decent chunk here. Also, if you don't have Flare Blitz, you. Oh wow, that just KO'd. Oh, I crit. Okay. But even then, like, you have to Flare Blitz a Pawmot if you want any chance to win. You still take the recoil as well. And then one Flare Blitz doesn't KO Rilla either. So I'm still stacking up a pretty hefty amount of damage into the Incineroar. And if you click knockoff so you don't take the Flare Blitz recoil and the Rilla the second time, then I high horsepower you for some pretty... And I think high horsepower would finish it off there. So I don't know. I did get lucky with the first turn wake, but you know what? I'll take it. I actually have no idea what the Calyx calc is with Solgaleo. If I didn't wake up, that was like my last ditch, but it did work out, I guess. Miraidon, Whimsicott, or Shifu, Heartflame, Ogerpon, Iron Hands, Farigiraf. This is tough. Let's see. What would I want to go with here? Miraidon's a bit tricky. Fluttermane is probably pretty strong here, I would say, in this matchup. I think I want to have Fluttermane. Fluttermane's really good here. Gouging is just so tough to bring. I just don't think it's that good. I think Fluttermane's good. I think Rilla is probably good. Like Fluttermane Rilla is not a bad. The thing is, if they lead Ogerpon, it's tough. I don't know if they would. I think they wouldn't lead Miraidon. I think you would probably lead like something like I guess the Ursh leading. I think if that's the case, I'm probably gonna go Pawmot with Solgaleo and Rilla in the back. If they do lead Miraidon, I can play around it, but yeah, calling these are gonna be pretty rough. It's gonna be pretty rough here. Controlling Miraidon with just the forms of speed control is gonna be difficult. Especially Dark Ursh. I think this probably is Dark Ursh. Dark Ursh is super difficult. They actually did lead Miraidon with Farig. Okay. Do they know though? So I think Moonblast plus Double Shock would KO the Farig. I could also just try KOing the Miraidon, but I probably get swept by... I do get swept by Iron Hands probably next to Farig. So I think I have to take the KO on Farig with Moonblast and a Double Shock in terrain, which I am going to go for. Ooh, I don't know if I KO actually. That Double Shock did not do as much damage as I was hoping to. The Farig. Moonblast's going to come out. It's not KOing. And they Volt Switch out. And then Trick Room goes up. Unfortunate. Iron Hands. Oh, Ogerpon. Interesting. A Psychic to Pawmot, which, okay, I'll take. I actually did take the attack, which I'm a bit surprised about, but alright. I get to go for an Icy Wind, I suppose. They get to Ivy Cudgel, but they're probably Ivy Cudgeling the Fluttermane, I'd imagine. So I'm gonna go out in a... I'm gonna go into Soul because I need the terrain control. If they Ivy Cudgel the... If they Ivy Cudgel the slot, so be it. I was expecting a Trick Room and then getting swept by Iron Hands, but that is not what's coming out here. Icy Wind will come out. I do get a bit of damage on that Heartflame Ogerpon. I get to lower its speed. I get the KO on for Rig, so I guess it's not awful. Like, the game is playable. They do Ivy Cudgel that slot. Yep. I gotta think. I think I have to go Pawmot, which is the sad part here. Yeah, I think I gotta go Pawmot, which is the sad part here. The problem is with Rila coming in, I can't do anything to the Ogerpon. We're gonna see Iron Hands come out, actually. Okay. Who are you faking out and who are you attacking? That's rough, actually. I don't know who you're faking out. It could be fake out a Pawmot in case they're worried about Scarf or Vital Blessing. I think my play is just to always Psychic Fangs the Ogerpon, because I do need damage in the Ogerpon. And bring out Rila and hope that they don't double up this slot with fake out Ivy Cudgel, because if they do, I think it's over. Like, I don't think I have a play. Bring out the Grassy Surge. Like, I have it out. Get rid of that Quirk Drive. They faked out the Pawmot. Yep. Psychic Fangs. Really huge damage. They did Ivy Cudgel the Soul. Alright. Alright. They gave me something here. They gave me something. Oh, geez. All right. So they did get me into the best possible position. Is there a Terra here? I have a feeling there's a Terra here. I gotta really think about this spot. I feel like the Iron Hands is gonna Terra. I think I want to go for Woodhammer and Protect. Because I could see... Oh, they did not Terra at all. Okay, they did Spiky Shield though, so I was right on that part. Okay. Okay, I am able to get a Woodhammer off into Iron Hands. Huge. That's so much damage. Okay, they Drain Punch a Soul. I thought they... Alright, I did expect Spiky Shield. I thought they were going to Terra Grass. But I guess I didn't reveal I was Choice Banded Rila, so they didn't know. They probably thought they could have just taken the Woodhammer. This works out perfectly. Because now I get to go for a Woodhammer again into Iron Hands. I get to Psychic Fangs the... Heartflame Ogerpon. Okay, do have a spot. They thought I was just going to Psychic Fangs probably the Ogerpon, take the knockout, and then do something with Real, like U-turn. Oh, I have somehow played out myself out of a super bad position. Oh my goodness. I'm just surprised they didn't go for Trick Room, but I guess they were worried about... I thought that Farigiraf was going down. Maybe they expected Farigiraf to go down too. Goodbye, Ogerpon. Goodbye, the Iron Hands. I wonder if you think, because I never revealed what I have on the Pawmot. I'm worried actually. I think I might still lose this end game actually now that I think about it, because Discharge Respects is concerning. Very concerning. I think my play is to sack Pawmot and Protect. I think so. I don't think I have an out otherwise. Let's see. I think I have to. Because if they have Discharge, I'm super scared of how this endgame works. They did Dazzling Gleam. I think we're fine. Although I don't know if Rayla will live it. Okay, we Protect. All right, what move is the Maraudon unlocking himself into? Because I'd imagine this is specs. Oh, Electro Drift. What? I'll take that. Sure. For sure, if it's Electro Drift, I just win, right? I'm gonna close combat and I'm gonna Psychic Fangs. Unless they're like some really weird item I'm not expecting. All right. Electro Drift into Soul. The Soul is the one that threatens to knock out this turn. Yep. Ooh. I was not expecting to win this at all. I thought after like missing the KO for Rig, I'm like, okay, you're going to just Trick Room. The Psychic knock came to Pawmot was actually insane. Because now I think I guarantee the win here. I'm pretty sure I do. I close combat plus Terra Grass Grassy Glide. And I'm pretty sure that ensures every single knockout possible. Because if it's like Terra Ghost, I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I'm just surprised because I really thought that the Terra was coming on Iron Hands. But maybe the Terra on Iron Hands, maybe it's a different Terra than I'm expecting. Because I was thinking like it'd be a Grass Terra. And I thought it'd be like just eating up my attacks completely fine. You also avoid getting knocked out to +2 Psychic Fangs from that slot. And that's what I thought my opponent was going for. But well, it changed. I did not KO the Miraidon with the Grassy Glide, but the close combat from Scarf Pawmot will clean up somehow. Which I will take. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I won that one. I actually cannot. All right, let's go over to games. In game 1, Hal Woodhammer turn 1 was amazing to knock out the Farigiraf even through that electric seed. Game could have still been dicey, but the Terra Electric Double Shock was able to sweep the end game with the Choice Scarf getting some surprise knockouts from Pawmot. In game 2, a decent start overall. Should have just went for attacks and no protect in the end game against the Zamazenta, as it could have been a throw, but I didn't know Pawmot had game like that. In game 3, I am surprised they were willing to risk it all on the first turn with the Spore, but the first turn Wake was huge from Gouging Fire. Terra Water I think was an okay play depending on the Calyx EV spread, since Astral Barrage is a roll on full health Terra Water from max special attack Timid, Calyx Shadow Rider, and if they have less because they were bulky to set up nasty plots, then it was less likely to KO. But might have been useful on the Rillaboom to knock out the Urshifu, even through Intimidate as an option to preserve that Terra Grass. In game 4, I really thought the Electric Terrain boosted Double Shock and Moonblast was going to be able to knock out the Farigiraf. But luckily there was no Trick Room, so I was able to make some plays, including reading the Spiky Shield on the Ogerpon on the right turn and protect my Solgaleo to threaten it the following turn. So what are my thoughts on Solgaleo? I think Solgaleo was okay. It did do some decent work in today's video. The problem with Solgaleo, especially if you're trying to go for the Bulldoze strategy though, is if you want to outspeed a lot of Pokemon like the Calyx Shadow Rider, which is the fastest Pokemon in the format, or one of the fastest Pokemon that is very, very common on teams, is the fact that you have to run near max speed or max speed in general, like max speed neutral nature or like a really fast jolly one in general, which means you have to increase a lot of EVs into speed, and it doesn't exactly have the best stats. It's actually pretty decent in its HP and its defenses, but overall its attack is not like super impressive, so you have to invest a lot into it. But the fact is Solgaleo is able to take a hit or 2, but it still can be decently frail because of the fact that you're investing a lot into its attack and speed. But it's not like the fastest Pokemon out there, and if you don't have that Bulldoze strategy off, it's kind of in the weird speed tier just in general, so it can be a very awkward mon. I think the Pokemon I was just most impressed by was how well the Scarf Pawmot was able to revenge KO a lot of things in general. I think also having U-turn on Rillaboom would have been really nice, especially because the Miraidon matchup can be a little bit tricky, I think, without it. I'm not sure how much knockoff's necessary, but then again, we didn't play Lunala. It might have been able to catch some by surprise, and it could have been very helpful. But Interesting team overall. I think the choice card Pawmot was the surprise one I actually really enjoyed. If you'd like to try out the team for yourself, the render code is on your screen. Hopefully it's still available by the time the video is released. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be down below in the description. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.